Hey guys, Mr. Poke here, back with another video. So for today's content, we're gonna be discussing about CM Bros pooling opinions for version 1.3, in particular Imbibitor Lunae compared to Fuxuan's banner. We'll be following a very similar format, although we will make some improvements along the way compared to back when I first started making content for Honkai Star Rail. Before we proceed, here's a sponsor for today's video. If you guys would like a Discord server that has a very unique economy system where members can redeem rewards such as Welkin Moons, Stellar Jades, Primal Gems and more for free, do kindly check out Liyue's Harbor on the Discord server. Link will be provided in the description below. Liyue Harbor also has the backing of several large YouTubers such as Wallenstein's channel as well as In Vain, on top of over having 300 plus over vouchers. So I'll be leaving a link in my description. Feel free to check them out if you guys want to earn some extra rewards for free. Once again, thank you Liyue Harbor for sponsoring today's video. With that out of the way, let's get into today's content. We are deciding who to pull between Imbibitor Lunae as well as Fuxuan. For the unit's speculative kit before release, CN Hypewatch will definitely cover that in greater details. For this specific video, we're just talking about their banner and which banner should players pull generally speaking. Next, this content is offering CN's perspective on their pull values based on the live stream event, so players should definitely do their own due diligence, and unfortunately this video will not cover anything that has not been showcased in the live stream event. For the unit specific guide as to how you want to make the team composition and how do you want to best make use of their kits, that will have to wait until the unit is actually released, in which I will do a CN unit analysis for the specific unit. And lastly, my target audience for this content is meant for the free-to-play as well as low spenders. We are under the assumption that the viewer cannot get both units, no idlants, and we're not pulling for their signature light code. There has to be a little bit of opportunity cost here, so we have to decide between who do we pull, and that is going to be the context for today's video. This is the estimated pull income for the entire version 1.3, which lasts from 30th August to 10th of October, totaling to 42 days. Here's the rough calculation that I've drafted up myself as well as the help with my server. To the left, we see the combined total pulls that completely free to play will be able to obtain, and these are guaranteed, right? So we roughly have 4,830 Jade with 10 special passes and 21 standard passes, and this totals to roughly 52 limited banner pulls for the version 1.3. To the right, on the top half, we see that there are some bonus things that we can obtain. There's an estimated 2,000 stellar Jades combined from all three events. Furthermore, Swarm Disaster, new Simulated Universe update, as well as the new map can potentially give us a lot more Stellar Jades, way more than we have seen here. But unfortunately, the amount of Stellar Jade is unknown. But just note that for our current 4,830 Jades, we should be expected to get a lot more from the events as well as new content updates. Lastly, for the players that's buying their monthly pass, you do get another 3,780 Jade with 600 Honoric Shards because you need to buy 2 monthly pass, and the players buying the paid battle pass, you do get another 680 Jade as well as 4 special summons. So totals for the paid players buying monthly pass as well as battle pass, it will be 11,890 Jade, 14 special passes and 21 standard passes, totaling to roughly 88 limited pulls plus the bonus that we do not know, right? So at the end of the day, you should be able to guarantee at least one 5-star unit, assuming that you have hit the soft PT previously. So that's why we want to take this assumption that players can only get one, right? You can only get either Imbibitor Lunae or Fuxuan, no light cone, no idlants because of the estimated pull income. Now let us first discuss Imbibitor Lunae, which is the first banner unit before Fuxuan. He is a hyper carry DPS and he looks to be very promising, potential to challenge if not overthrow most of our current DPS roster. His skill enhances his basic by up to 3 times, 1 skill point for single target, 2 to 3 skill point will change this targeting to 1 main target and 2 adjacent targets. His ultimate also has a similar targeting system to Blade, which is 1 main target and 2 adjacent targets, and it provides free skill points to enhance his basic attack. Right. He is the first unit to toggle skill point usage in a single turn, and team building will be crucial in bringing out Imbibitor's full potential. That being said, his AI might see a little bit of an issue in autoplay, but we'll have to wait to find out, right? Because currently, the game's AI, we do know that it is not the best for some of the units. For example, Yanqing just continuously using his auto attack even though there's a skill points to use his skills. For his supplementary 4 stars, Yukong and Asta are both excellent support units, even more so with Eidolons, especially at Yukong's Eidolon 6 as well as Asta's Eidolon 4. They're really good items. So in my opinion, Imbibitor Lunae's 4 stars, they are the best since Jingyuan's banner with Tingyun. Right? I don't think any other 4-star banner so far has as much of a value as Imbibitor Lunae. So the final verdict, if you have no well-built main DPS, that is to say the player you do not have Sile, you do not have Jingyuan, you do not have Blade, and you do not have Kafka, then he's gonna be an 11 out of 10. Super valuable, super good banner to pull on. However, if players already built more than 2 main DPS, his pull value goes down to roughly 6 out of 10. CN believes that his DPS potential can likely rival the top DPS such as Sile, Blade and Kafka. So for players without even 2 or even 1 good main DPS due to skipping every previous banner, will find incredible value here in Imbibitor's banner. Not only for Imbibitor, but also for the 4 stars that his banner is providing. Now even if players did build multiple DPS, Imbibitor's standing as imaginary elements hypercarry is extremely strong. Right now our other imaginary hypercarry is currently Welt. And even with the entrance of Imbibitor Lunae, and if the player already built Welt can easily transition to a sub DPS to support Imbibitor Lunae with his ultimate, which provides Imprison as well as damage taken. Both are excellent debuffs to have when using any DPS with Welt. Now moving on to Fuxuan, she is a utility sustainer. Looks very promising as well, likely overthrowing the other preservation units, namely Gepard, March 7 and Fire MC. Her skill shares the damage taken by the entire team as well as increasing max HP and critical rate. This is quite synergistic with her talent, which further reduces the entire team's damage taken, as well as some HP recovery for Fuxuan below a certain threshold. Since Fuxuan is absorbing the entire team's damage taken, as well as reducing the actual damage taken, the heal for Fuxuan is going to ensure that she does not die from absorbing all the damage for the entire team. Also, Fuxuan's banner is the key to Mono Quantum team. Even if players do not get Fuxuan, Lynx is on Fuxuan's banner, and Mono Quantum will definitely need 1 sustain unit to pair with Sile and Silver Wolf. Her supplementary 4 stars is comparatively less valuable than Imbibitor. That being said, Lynx is our only other 4-star sustain other than Natasha, so this is going to be an excellent banner for players without a good sustain build up. If you guys have Skip Locha, you guys don't have Bailu and Gepard, all this kind of stuff, then Lynx is going to be a really good unit to have for the free plays and low spenders. Now, on to Fuxuan's verdict. If players do not have Bailu, Gepard and Locha, and you guys want to build a Mono Quantum team, then her value is going to be a 10 out of 10. If players, however, already own a Gepard, Bailu or Locha, and do not want to build a Mono Quantum team, then her pull value will drastically go down to roughly 2 out of 10. Lacking good sustained units is a very big barrier to entry for endgame content such as Memory of Chaos, and Fuxuan can definitely help players improve this difficulty spike. Players with Silver Wolf plus Sile or QQ have a lot of value when it comes to pulling Fuxuan. Now, Mono Quantum team may not be exceedingly strong compared to other teams, but it undeniably saves players a lot of resources from developing multiple carries of different elements. If you do have a Mono Quantum element build, essentially you just need to use that team to every single boss with all kinds of different weakness, and you can definitely clear the stage very comfortably, even if you don't clear it as fast, which is not the purpose of the game if you're not as tryhard anyways. Otherwise, there isn't much of a need to pull for Fuxuan just for her HP of critical buffs if players already have built sustained units, or you guys do not want to build Mono Quantum team anyways. So the final summary, the most important unit for players lacking a carry is going to be Imbibitor Lunae, and the most important unit for players lacking a sustain unit, or if they want to build Mono Quantum, is going to be Fuxuan. That being said, here are some potential weaknesses before you guys actually want to go ahead and pull for them. For Imbibitor Lunae, he's going to be very skill point heavy, right? Uses up to 3 skill points per turn. His ultimate slightly relieves this situation, but still, he will be our highest skill point consumption unit, aside from QQ, which is completely RNG dependent. Team building will be a lot more inflexible. You have to cater towards Imbibitor Lunae's skill point usage, otherwise he will not be able to bring out his full potential. Also, like I mentioned earlier on, there might be potential AI issues during Imbibitor Lunae's autoplay. Right? We have no idea how this AI will turn out, but we'll just have to wait and see. For Fuxuan, she does not have a cleanse in her kit, or rather it is not revealed in the livestream event, so this is gonna be a big drawback for sustained units. There are also some concerns in the CM community as to whether Fuxuan can solo sustain the entire team, especially in endgame content. We currently cannot confirm this, but do hold your reservations for Fuxuan at the moment. Lastly, if players already built a team of 8 that can clear MOC consistently, and like I said at the start of the video, this content is catered to players that are free to play or low spenders, right? So if you are free to play or low spender and you can already clear MOC very consistently, then players can consider to save their pools unless your Imbibitor Lunae or Fuxuan, they are your waifu and husbandos, or you simply want to experiment with new units, right? So that's gonna be that. And with that, we have come to the end of CM pooling opinions for version 1.3. It has been quite a while since I've done this video, ever since version 1.1 to 1.2, and my channel has definitely grown quite a bit since then, right? And with that, I just want to say a quick little thank you to all my supporters and all my villagers for Mr. Poki's channel. If you guys would like to engage in further discussions, feel free to check out my Discord, Poki's Village, where we have a very active community talking about HSR on a daily basis. If you guys would like to check out my stream, check out twitch.tv/MrPoki, where I'll be streaming roughly 2 to 3 times a week. Schedule will be posted in Poki's Village. And with that, we have come to the end of today's content, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.